Hello, I'm Martyn Robinson. I'm naturalist at the Australian Museum, and this is a female Goliath stick insect. One of the larger of the Australian stick insects, but certainly by no means the longest one in Australia. As you can see by what this one's doing, they're masters of the freeze frame, just blending into the background like they're not there. They can mimic almost every part of the plant. Now here we have 4 different examples, one of which is imitating green leaves, fresh green leaves. Another one's imitating dead leaves. We have one that's imitating a dead stick, and then this last grey one is actually the young of this adult female that I'm holding here. When they're younger, they imitate grey, dead-looking sticks, but when they're older, they're going to be far too thick, as this one is, to get away with that. So they use disruptive coloration instead. So it's got white patches and stripes and things like that, which will tend to break up the body outline in amongst all the leaves. Obviously, if you have to remain still in order to keep up the pretense of being a stick or a leaf, it rather limits what you can do, but you can disguise your movements if the wind is blowing, because when the wind is blowing, all the foliage moves around. For the females, they're flightless. This one, although she has wings, they're too small for the weight of her body, so she won't be able to fly. But they've got around this problem by having the males much smaller and much lighter, and the males can fly. Nevertheless, there's a lot of problems that can go wrong with a male stick insect. If it sheds its skin in hot, dry, windy weather, his wings can come out all crippled, so he can be completely immobile, not able to fly anymore. So you could end up with the females in one tree and the males in another. But that doesn't stop them, because the females can lay unfertilised eggs and the eggs will still hatch, but only ever into females, which can lay eggs, which will hatch into more females, and so on and so on. Very good means of rapidly colonising an area, and you'll get situations where you've got hundreds of females all in a small area, all laying eggs, and no males. But eventually, the males, which can fly many kilometres, will fly into the area, mate with the females, and then half the population ends up being male and half ends up being female again, and you don't end up with such a drain on the resources, because they can eat every leaf on the tree if the numbers are high enough. Now, if you'd like to learn more about these or any other animals from Australia, come to the Australian Museum, and don't forget to visit the museum during the Science Festival.